Immediately as you light up this lantern, you see several bodies that are floating in this water.
Ugh.
Two of them are bloated and seem as though they've been in here for quite some time. And you see three of them that seem fresh. And you recognize one of them has similar wounds to the ones that were in the factory.
Interesting.
Hello, adventurer. This is our Curse of Strahd actual playthrough. As always, it is a safe for work and story-driven D&D campaign. If you are a first-time viewer, we recommend starting with episode 1. Otherwise, stick around to be transported into the cursed lands of Barovia. Last time, our heroes entered into the abandoned factory. They were immediately brought face to face with a group of yellow, diseased zombies. The adventurers initially got the drop on the monsters, but the advantage was soon lost. Killian was the first to go down, followed soon after by Xeno. Silas was left to try and keep his companions alive. After some close calls, the zombies were finally defeated, and surprisingly, none of the party members died. As a reaction to the stress, Silas found himself in a flashback, where he saw the last few moments of his life. After leaving the factory, the party saw a large figure lurking in the back room of the building. Upon reaching the tavern for the night, Xeno was able to contact the entity that he has been trying to reach. In doing so, it triggered another vision in Silas, where he saw his death. And that's where we're going to begin this session. You all find yourselves waking up in your room. And Xeno, you had the best sleep you have ever had. Your dreams were amazing, and you wake up feeling great.
I will put all my things back in order, put the table back over my little altar, and climb up my rope ladder and put my shell on and knock on the door. Hello? Are you awake yet? And I'll open the door.
You see Silas sitting in a chair in front of like the little oven area. And on the table next to him, you see 35 bullets assembled and all standing up next to each other, as if to measure the uniformity of them all. And you see Silas is sitting kind of hunched over. There's a piece of metal in the fire. Looks like a ladle of some sort. And you see Silas has in his fingers a silver coin that he's kind of turning over in his hands. And he says, "You know what I wished for? That day in the basement of that house."
I do, but I don't know what you wished for.
I wish that Felix would make it out of here safe.
That's heavy.
He didn't make a wish. I kind of hold up the coin.
That was the coin that you gave him, right?
Yeah. And then you see Silas put his hand in the fire and drop it into the little ladle and watch intently as it melts down into a smooth pouring liquid. Well, I got a different wish now. As I pull the spoon out of the fire, bottom of it red hot. You see how very carefully there's a little lip on the edge of the spoon, like a spout. Very carefully pour it into a mold sitting kind of at the edge of the fire so it stays warm. My wish is that we can avenge him properly. And after he pours the metal in the mold, he waits for a moment. And then he opens it up, dropping it into the bucket of water sitting at his feet. As it sizzles, he reaches in and inspects it to make sure it looks clean. It's shiny, reflecting the light. Silly, ain't it? Something is soft and malleable as silver can actually do damage. The devil. I set the projectile on the table while I measure out powder into the last remaining shell casing. And as I press the bullet down in, say, well, I don't care what weaknesses he has. We'll use them all. I take out my knife and with the tip of it scratch alongside the shiny brass case. STRAHD or HAD. I don't know how to spell it. AHD.
Mm-hmm.
Silas is just a little bit illiterate.
Yeah. AHD.
Yeah.
Well, the weaknesses might be silly, but your new wish is quite admirable. We find it very intriguing and immensely touching, Silas. For not having a heart, you sure have a big one.
Yeah. I wish that were true. And I kind of just put that one in my pocket. And then I take rounds off of the table and load up all my firearms to the brim.
I'm gonna go over to Killian's bed. Killian.
I'm actually not in my bed.
Where is he?
Killian fell asleep at the table last night. He stayed up really, really late watching Silas pour these metal bullets and observing him and like how, like, just to figure out how they work.
Silas,
And he just passed out at the table.
where's Killian?
I just kind of like gesture and nod my head over at the other side of the table where I was setting these bullets down at.
Oh, you mean the table in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like
Yeah.
down in the tavern. Sorry.
Oh, no, like he was watching Silas.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
I'm gonna go over to you. Killian, are you awake?
What? Yeah.
Oh, wake up, sleepyhead. We got a big day ahead of us.
Ooh.
Well, how are you all feeling? Any better?
I'm tired.
And Silas cycles the action on his lever action, making a crisp sound, and he says, never been better.
Same. I'm very happy to hear that. I feel like big things are coming. Good things for us.
What about you? Where were you all night? You never came back in.
I was just outside the door. Needed some fresh air, you know. Park the shell.
Did you bandage your hand in any way after you cut your pinky off?
It is bandaged, but I'm still missing a finger.
Okay. Yeah, how noticeable is that?
Probably immensely. There's probably a red spot on my, on the bandage.
And how many fingers did you start with originally? 4?
5.
Oh, okay. So like a regular person.
Yep. I am a regular person. What are you talking about?
Two little fingers.
You got 3 fingers.
Like,
I'm
now
the
you just got
penguin.
2.
Yeah, I can see like a Ninja Turtle thing, you know, where you're like,
Or he's got like ET hands where like 2 of them are like really, really long.
Mm-hmm.
No thumb. Kind of like looked down at his bandage. Y'all have fun last night, huh?
I did. An immense amount of fun. A little too much fun.
I can see that.
Oh,
Hey.
I'll look down at my finger. You're talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of fell off. I don't know.
That actually
Haven't-
comes as no surprise to
It
me
might
at all.
It might grow back. I don't know. I've never had any. Well, no, we've never had
Don't wanna
anything like
know.
this happen
I
before.
don't want to know.
No.
Nope, I don't. Nope, it's none of my business. I don't want to know. What you do in your shell is between you and
In us.
yeah, it's about it. No,
No, I didn't mean us as I gesture. You know, us.
I know
point
what
to
you meant.
myself. Oh,
yep, nope. Oh, don't like that. Yeah,
still don't like that.
nope.
It's okay. You'll come around to it eventually.
Uh-huh. So what's the plan? What are we doing now? We going back to that factory or?
Well, there was an individual as we were all leaving. I glanced and remember how Irina was telling us about those creepy boiled creatures, that plague that started a week ago.
Yeah.
There was one of those hiding in the back room.
Really? We missed it, huh?
Yeah, it was observing us.
Hmm.
But I figured if we were gonna get another fight, we should probably rest up, you know.
It's fair. That's fair.
So we could go investigate that. We could look into the missing people.
Wasn't there someone in town who got infected recently?
The Nezikov family father.
Maybe we go talk to them first, then go check out that factory.
Good idea. Good idea. That way we know if it's actually him, right?
Yeah, gather some information. Because if there's some way to cure this plague, I'd prefer not to kill somebody's father.
I agree. How do you cure a plague, though? I've never actually done that.
Yeah, I don't rightly know. I know there was a guy. It's all a bit fuzzy, but there was this man. He led an army. The army failed with some sort of sickness, and he had the idea to take that sickness and inoculate healthy people with it. Take a little bit of it, give it to them, so they could build up an immunity. Maybe we can do something like that.
I like it. I mean, they did say that not everybody gets it, though. Irina told us that. So it might be more...
I have no idea. I think this is more up your alley, Xeno.
Yeah,
What with all like the weird sickness body stuff.
What is that supposed to mean?
Hey. Hey.
I have one finger fall off, and now I'm the weird sickness guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
you're
pretty
literally
fair.
You're covered in bandages.
Well, that's just for show, really.
I'm sure it is. Or
Yeah, like
not.
leprosy sheet.
It is.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah,
I'll
same.
start undoing my bandages on my arm. See?
It's just skin underneath.
What color is your skin?
It is like a dark gray, black-ish.
Uh-huh. Skin.
It's real if you want to touch it.
Nope. No, I don't.
Come on.
Nope.
Okay, maybe later.
Yeah, not a chance.
Well, should we gather
All
our
right,
things
well.
and get going?
Yeah, I turned to Lancelot. Now you stay here and don't get any trouble. You hear?
And Lancelot kind of looks at you and nods or whatever a dog would do, kind of
Yeah.
understanding.
Good boy. And I give him a scratch between the ears.
Okay, Xeno,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll me a Constitution save real quick.
Jeez, this early in the
That
morning.
is a 17.
Okay, you're good.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Tally ho, let's go.
You okay there? You just kind of like froze for a second. You looked like, I don't know. It was weird.
I don't recall. It's
Okay.
probably the finger.
You're probably right. Let's go.
As we make our way out,
So, we don't actually know where these Nezikovs live. Should we just go around town shouting their name?
Probably not. I mean,
Oh.
the innkeeper would probably know, wouldn't he?
Ooh, good idea, good idea. Maybe Killian, you can go ask him because you're the most normal between the three of us.
Yeah. What am I asking him again?
Where the Nezikovs live. Oh, this is
Okay.
this is so exciting. I haven't been on a quest in quite some time.
Quest.
Like an adventure, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's go see if we can find, what's his name? Eric. Arik.
is it Arik or is it Eric?
It's Eric, but it's spelled with an A.
Okay.
A-R-I-K. So it would probably be more of an Arik, but
But we're going with Eric.
yep.
I think it's pronounced Arik.
Reek.
Well, Killian,
All right.
I'm gonna stay outside here with Silas.
So do you go down, Killian?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. And as you enter
Make
the
my way
tavern,
downtown.
it's pretty slow. Obviously, that it's morning time is not the prime time for a tavern, but there are maybe a few people there that are eating some food, but nothing too crazy. And you see Eric as he's kind of cleaning up, sweeping the floor from last night.
Eric there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I have a question for you. If you have a minute.
Sure. What do you need?
I was wondering if you happen to know where the what was their name again?
Nezikov.
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 Do you know where the Nezikovs live?
Yes, they live on the south side of the town.
South
And he
side
kind
of
of describes where it is. It's a small house.
town.
The father, Donovan, he used to be a regular here, but ever since the wine shipments have not been coming in, we haven't had any to give to people, and he hasn't come around. But I heard he got infected.
Oh. Gotcha.
Sad.
That is good information to know.
He's a good man. If I ask what do you need to go to their home by?
Just crap, I'm trying to remember this guy's name. What was the name of the Burgermeister
Ismark?
again?
Ismark.
Ismark, yes. Just Ismark business. Just asked us to drop by.
Interesting. You go from almost being killed to being his little helpers.
Yeah.
Well, weirder things
mean-
have happened.
I know the feeling. This is an interesting place. I'm sure weirder things have happened.
Yes. Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh, nope, that's everything. I will let you know if otherwise.
Okay. I hope your room is
Thanks,
nice.
Eric. It was great. Very comfy.
Good. And he goes back to cleaning up.
Perfect. I'd run back upstairs, let him know what Ismark told me.
What Eric told you?
Yeah, we were there, dude.
Oh,
We're
I
outside
thought
the
you
front
guys
of the
came
tavern.
with Ah,
Yeah,
Okay.
So
I remember
cool.
what Ismark told us, Killian. I was sitting right there.
So his
I'd love to know what
house
Eric.
is this one right over here,
Okay.
kind of this bottom corner.
Gotcha. And we are in
You are at E2. You're up here.
E2. Gotcha. A little bit of a walk. But I think we will manage. He's down in the southeast part of the town.
Excellent. Did he happen to mention anything else?
Just said that he got sick.
All right, well,
So
Let's-
probably should keep our distance, I guess.
let's make our way there then.
Head on over.
Okay. And as you eat, get ready, do all that you need to do, and as you leave, you see the same scene that you saw the earlier morning. These shops in the square kind of starting to build up and set up and things like that to sell their goods for the day. And you again see Granny M, who looks your way and gives you a wave. And then you continue on towards this home. And as you walk through these houses, as you get further and further away from the square, the houses begin to get smaller and more drab. And you eventually reach this house that you know to be their home. And you see that it's a small one-bedroom house. Not much bigger than a shack, really. And you see that there are fresh boards piled up outside the house, kind of near the windows and the doors.
like boards that are not on the house yet, but like in preparation to be put on.
Yes, exactly.
On the way over here, could I have been playing with my Ouija board and roll on my spirit table?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
This place gives
Do
me
you
the
see-
creeps.
Wow. Takes a lot to do that. He says.
Hmm.
You- Go for it.
What was this guy's name?
I don't know his first name, but it's the Nezikov family.
Nezikov.
His name was Dolan.
Dolan. You
Yeah,
want to knock
the-
on the door, or?
I would be
Call out to him.
delighted to. Then I'll go over and knock on the door. Hello, is anybody home?
You definitely you know that someone is home. You can see smoke coming through the gosh, I just
Chimney.
lost the name. The chimney. Yes. Yeah, you can see smoke coming through the chimney,
Okay.
and you hear some things going on inside, but you don't get much of a response right away.
I'm going to kind of turn my head around like an owl and look at the Killian and Silas.
Let's try a different tactic, shall we?
And I'll look back at the
Like?
door. I'll knock on the door.
We're here on official business from Ismark. Open the door, please.
And you kind of hear as a few locks kind of come off this door, and it kind of creaks open, and they say it's this older woman, probably in her 40s, who appears to be not very well to do. She kind of wears tattered clothes, but they're patched up and kept as clean as they can be. And she says, "Well, what does Ismark want to do with us?"
Well, I was more just trying to get you to answer the door. We're here to try and help. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Xeno.
But we are here at the request of Ismark. What brought us here was part of his request.
I don't know if an omen, or if this is death literally knocking on the door, but I'm sorry. We don't want any business from the likes of you. As she kind of begins to close the door.
I'm going to put my foot past the threshold and stop the door.
I must insist. We're here to help with your husband. Irina told us that he recently got sick. And I know our appearances seem monstrous and horrifying, but I assure you, we are friends.
I look at her and I say, we can prove it to you.
How?
Shut the door. Don't lock it.
Go ahead and Xeno,
Mm-hmm.
roll me a persuasion. with the help action from Silas. So go ahead and give yourself advantage on that.
That is a 25.
Nice.
Okay, and you see as she kind of looks at you, takes a second, realizes what it is that you're asking, and she does kind of this gesture where she like touches the top of her head and as like the symbol of the Morning Lord. You guys have seen this kind of around. Irina did it. You would be very familiar with this, Killian, as she steps away from the door.
After you,
What is this?
Xeno.
What does it look like whenever she does that?
You what?
What does it look like whenever she does that?
I don't know. It kind of makes like a,
what is?
I think what he's asking is, does it look familiar to him? Is that what you're asking?
Well, no. I just wanted to.
He wants to
I thought- I
recreate it.
think I'm-
yeah, he wants to recreate it.
Yeah.
What do you think it should look like as being a servant of the Morning Lord?
Describe it one more time. What did you say that it was? Her fingers.
I don't know. It can be
Like
anything.
that.
Okay, we'll just say
How about
so.
this? How
She
about this? How about it's just this 2 fingers down the face.
done. That's what she did.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. And I do that back to her, and
I'm actually going to
Okay.
step past Xeno. Open the door slowly. Lift one foot. And then walk across the threshold and go into her house.
Okay. And you see as she watches wearily, kind of shakily, but then once you begin walking, it does calm her down.
I apologize for coming in uninvited.
She kind of nods. And now that you're in the home, you can see that there, again, it's just a one room. There's a few beds, a table, a fireplace, and that's kind of about it. With a few cooking things and clothes here and there. But you see off in the corner, next to a candle that is lit, you see a man who is lying in a bed, and he has these yellow boils around his body. And there is a boy and a girl in their teens that are watching over him and kind of dabbing him with a wet cloth.
You must be Dolan. I'm Xeno. It's nice to meet you.
And he kind of looks over at you shakily and just coughs a little bit. And the daughter turns to you, who's older than the son, and she says, "He doesn't speak much. I apologize."
Is he bedridden? Has he been here for the last couple days?
Yes. Been here for about 6 days, I believe.
Before he was bedridden, do you know where he went or anybody he would have been in contact with?
Well, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, really. He just went about his normal business. He was tending to the garden. He helped a neighbor patch a hole in a roof. and he went down to the tavern to see if he could get a barrel of wine, but they've had a shortage, so he stopped by the well on the way home, and then we had dinner, and we went to bed. There's nothing entirely different than what he normally does.
And have all of you drank the water that he got from this well?
Well, yes, a little bit, but we did have some spare wine that we've been kind of watering down to make it last longer. Our father drank more of the water and left the wine for us, but why? Do you think that it did something to him?
When did this plague start here in the town?
And the daughter kind of looks at the wife, and she thinks, and well, I believe that it started. I think the first was maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure. Hasn't been
And
long.
How late has the wine shipment been?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to Eric for specifics, but I mean, this is the first time we haven't been able to purchase it, so
I don't know. Give me an estimate. Does it come in every week, every 2 weeks, every 3?
well, I know we purchase it by the week.
And is this well the only water source here?
Yes. As far as I know, unless people have private stashes or holes in their yard, but it's what the public uses.
Where is this well that you get your water from, ma'am?
It's just in the main square, kind of by
Main
the
square.
tavern, actually.
And would you say people here usually subside on wine?
Yes, it's tastes better. It makes us feel a little less depressed, and you know, it's cleaner. So normally it's the wine, but you water it down with for children as customary and things of the sort.
Right. You got any remedies, herbs, medicine?
I mean, I can take a look at it and see if I can maybe attribute it to something or see if it's familiar at all. That is, if you don't mind me inspecting your husband and your father.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, I am going to use my spirit table on myself, which for the next 10 minutes, whenever I make an intelligent wisdom or charisma check, I can roll a bardic inspiration and add it to it.
Wow. Without spending the bardic?
Yeah, without spending a bardic.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's really nice.
So,
Okay.
I do that, that. 18 plus
Nice.
3, that's 21. What is this, medicine?
Yeah, I would say medicine check.
25.
Okay.
Nice.
That's nice. So you kind of go over and you inspect this man, and he does not look very good. His body is, the skin itself has a yellowish tint to it, and these these boils are everywhere as far as you can see. You also see that his eyes are kind of the whites in them are a bright yellow with thick red veins. And you notice that as he coughs, there's actually some blood that comes up every time he coughs.
Does it remind me of anything? Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Roll me a history check.
Uh, 21 plus 25.
Okay, perfect. So you have seen similar diseases in your studies. You have found many books on like dark rituals and occult type things and monsters of the sort.
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard that there is a way. You're unsure on this as far as what your knowledge is, but you've heard stories of zombie viruses being used as weapons. It's a very dark thing, and usually it's a time of war. Some of the opposing factions will throw zombie corpses or people who are affected into the settlement to kind of spread the virus around. And it kind of resembles this.
I will... I'm not going to say anything in front of this family. So I'm just going to say, thank you for letting me have a look. Hopefully we'll be able to come up with something.
Yes, that is appreciated. Thank you.
Is there only the one wine supplier in Barovia, or has somebody else helped pick up the slack since these shipments haven't come in?
No, the tavern is the only supplier that we have, and I believe they get the wine from I forget what it's called. That's not necessarily my thing, but
The Wizard of Wine.
Yes, exactly. These wizards apparently make all the wine in the land. The bottles have a big logo of a W, a couple W's on them. Yes, that sounds right though.
Well, unless either of you have any questions.
Just please,
No, I
please hurry.
think we've gotten enough information.
We will make this our top priority right now. And if there's anything that we can do in the meantime, please let us know.
Okay, thank you. And as you guys kind of begin walking out the door, she kind of says, and it might not mean much, but despite your appearances, thank you for your kindness.
Thank you for offering what little trust you could spare.
Yes, well,
Oh, go ahead.
may the morning Lord bless your steps.
And may he you.
Thank you. And she does the gesture to you.
And I do it back.
As we're about to leave, I will pull out the apple pie from Granny M that I got for Silas's.
It's not much, but at least it'll keep you and your children fed for today.
And then I'm going to whisper in her ear,
Your husband is not doing well. If he turns, it's your responsibility to get those children out.
And you see as an array of emotions go over her. She looks at the pie with amazement, almost knowing exactly what it is. And she looks at you with thanks in her eyes. And then as you lean in and you tell her this, that gratitude turns to sadness. And she looks back at you and she says, I know. The neighbors have offered to help. As she kind of gestures to the boards that are lining the windows and everything.
Good. I promise
Or
we
that
will.
are piled up near the windows.
I promise we will do everything in our power to prevent this.
and then I'll turn to leave. Waddling up to my companions.
And she
I'll just tip my hat as we leave.
nods her head and closes the door.
I didn't want to say this in front of the family, but I've read stories of opposing kingdoms using zombies as a form of invasion and warfare to weaken the other civilization, and this is very reminiscent of that. And if I recall, Ismark said that his father had died. Wasn't it like a week ago? I don't know. He recently passed, and ever since then, Strahd's attacks on the city have ceased.
Are you saying that Strahd might be using biological means to destroy his own people?
I think in some way, yes, because of what Ismark and his family stood for. I mean, obviously they're devout worshippers of this Morning Lord that I don't know much about.
Who is that, by the way?
Actually,
You
do I
don't
do
know
I know
anything,
about
Will?
the Morning Lord?
No,
Okay.
you do not.
I figured I didn't.
I
Yeah.
have no idea, but you seem to.
It's like glance towards Killian.
Yeah, the Morning Lord is one of the gods that the Vistani worship.
Wait,
But
but doesn't Ismark hate the Vistani? Because remember, we were in the tavern and you were like, I'm Vistani, and he was like, ugh.
And he was like, ugh.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Well, I guess. I don't know. It's
well, two people don't
pretty
have
funny like that.
two peoples don't have to like each other to worship the same deity.
Exactly.
I mean, wars have been fought over that.
And
Exactly.
Killian, you would also know that the Morning Lord is the god of the day, whereas the
What was the name of the other one? Yeah.
Raven, the Raven Queen, I want to say, is the goddess of the night.
Gotcha. So
I also wonder if there's something in this wine that was helping the people.
You mean like to live?
I mean, the shipments have recently just stopped happening. It kind of seems...
I don't think that there anything was. I think the wine was regular wine. Matter of fact, I believe that what possibly could be going on here is that the water itself has been poisoned or tainted in some form of way, and most of the townspeople drink wine instead of the water because it is cleaner, and whoever stops those wine shipments, the people here only have water left to drink, causing them to get this sickness. I can run some tests on the water. We just need to go to the well that everyone's getting it from.
There's one well, so
yeah,
let's go.
That seems to make sense. I think you're onto something, Killian.
Not bad, kid.
I'm glad you've
Not
stuck
bad.
around.
Thanks.
All right, let's go investigate this well. We'll make our way.
So you make your way to the square.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there anybody at the well? Is there a line?
No.
Probably not.
There's no one at the well, but the shops are now mostly set up, and again, people seem very weird, like kind of cautious of you, but no one causes any scene or anything.
Gotcha. Killian is going to take a. Is it the kind where you like lower a bucket down into the well, bring up the water?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take out a little. I'm gonna use my alchemist supplies. Take a little glass vial out. Take a little swab of the water here. Cork it. And now we have a sample.
You know which we didn't get, though? We should have got a sample of some of his boil.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I felt like it would be a little invasive.
Well, we know where one is.
True, and we know that that one is not Dolan.
Correct. Which leads me to believe basically I can kill that one, which I'm fine with.
Morals are weird.
But until then, I'm gonna undo the crank on... Actually, no, I'm not, because they can just lower the bucket down. I'm gonna cut the rope right where it's connecting to the bucket.
Okay.
And
take
I'm
the
gonna take the bucket with me, yeah. Just to keep people from drinking it so that they won't get sick.
Okay. And before you cut it, you would see that it does kind of the rope runs kind of through the crankshaft and then ties around. So you could just untie it and kind of pull it through.
Okay, I'll do that instead, so that there is no rope either. There's just the shaft. That way nobody can just tie a spare bucket.
Yeah.
Is there guards in this town at all? Have we seen any presence of, like, military at all?
Or law enforcement.
No, you haven't.
We are them. We're deputized.
Can I find a kid? I'm assuming there's children.
Yeah, there's a few kids kind of standing by parents.
Is there any kids by themselves?
Sure. You see kind of a younger kid, maybe 8 years old or so, kind of watching you from an alley, just kind of watching what you guys are doing.
I'll be right back.
And I'm gonna start making
Where
my
you
way over.
go?
I'm going to have a messenger send a message to Ismark.
Smart. Let him know that the issue is probably the well.
Yes, and that nobody should drink from it.
And then I'll crane my head back towards the alley.
Hey, kid. Do you want to make a silver? I need you to deliver a message to Ismark.
Hey, go ahead and roll me. Roll me a persuasion.
An intimidation check.
I feel like kids
Yeah,
would be
'cause
a
this-
little more trusting.
As he sees you
Oh
crank
my
your
gosh.
head around.
What is it? Persuasion?
Yeah.
It is a 10.
And don't forget your bardic.
Oh, and my bardic if it hasn't been 10 minutes.
No, it hasn't been 10 minutes.
So 10 plus 5, so 15.
15? Okay.
Dude, that ability is
I was gonna
so
say with a
good.
2, but yeah, with a 15, he looks at you, and you can see that his eyes are. He's kind of stopped, scared. But the fact that you mentioned money and Ismark kind of piques his interest a little bit, and he sticks around. But he doesn't say anything. He just kind of watches you. And maybe like takes a step forward or two.
I'll just stay like 10 feet away from him so I don't make him feel super uncomfortable because I know I look like a monster.
I assure you I mean you no harm. I just need you to go let Ismark know that...
I'm going to look back towards the other two and think,
we really need to come up with a name for ourselves. That his new friends are investigating this new plague and that nobody should drink from the well until further notice. Can you do that?
and I'll take a silver and I'll flick it towards him.
And he grabs it. He looks at you and he says, kind of shakes his head a little bit. And then he kind of watches you for half a second and then turns off and runs towards the Ismark's manor.
Okay, I'll make my way back to the group. I think that was successful. Probably would have been
What'd you
better.
do?
Well, I gave him a silver to go deliver the message that, until further notice, nobody is to drink from the well. The only problem I encountered is that we don't have a name for ourselves.
What do you mean?
Well,
Like,
you know.
I thought your name was Xeno.
Well, yes, our name is Xeno, but I mean like us, the three of us.
Like a creed of some sort.
Yes,
Don't
something
you mean
that...
the two of us.
No, the three.
Well, yeah, for now, but we agreed that killing would be gone after this mission, so I don't see why we'd name the three of us when.
Well, I mean,
But we don't know how long this
technic-
mission is gonna last.
yeah,
now,
and
do
I
we,
mean,
Silas?
technically,
Too
the
long
mission
already, but-
is to kill Strahd. I mean, that's the mission. Everything up to that point is just, you know, a means to an end.
Side quests.
I don't know why you keep bringing up quests. Weird.
I think it's weird
Just a
that where
matter of
you're
expression
from...
here.
Yeah, I think it's weird that where you're from, they don't talk about quests.
No.
Yeah, you guys don't go on quests.
No.
Like,
What do you do all day?
yeah.
Not quite sure, actually. I remembered some, but not all. I think I might have been a farmer, a rancher of some sort. I know I lived kind of out on some property.
Well, you know, Killian, to be fair, not everybody goes on quests. The majority of people are, you know, I'll glance at Silas, farmers and ranchers and stuff, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. There's, you know, that's a great, honest
the term
profession.
Of quest could be loose.
Could
The
be
term of
loose.
quest could be loose. You know, like maybe milking a cow is a quest. I don't
Ideas.
really know.
He makes a good
That
point.
could be a quest.
See, this is why we're keeping him around, because of
A quest
stuff like
for
this.
I am the quest specialist,
Mhm.
Silas. And I do hereby decree that milking cows is a quest.
There is a reward after all, and most quests have a reward, so
If there's a reward,
it's a quest.
That's good. That's good. If there's a
Is
reward. It's a quest.
is a time out.
Uh-huh.
So let me get this straight.
Mhm.
You wake up in the morning
Yes.
and You
Every
have
day.
chores that you need to do
Mm-hmm.
in order for you and your family to survive.
Yes.
And the only person that can do those chores are you,
Hmm.
because you put yourself in the situation that requires chore need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Those are quests. That's what
Yes.
I'm understanding from this conversation.
Absolutely. I mean, some people, you know, they wake up and they have to do that, and somebody else's quest is to kill a monster. But at the end of the day, you're all seeking something.
So,
Yep.
in order for you to live in everyday life, you have to kill a monster. Like if you wake
No.
up and you don't kill a monster that day, like people go without food that depend on you, you die. So, quests is
mean-
just survival. It's just daily life.
I mean, when you really break it down, yeah.
So that man upcharging us money for the supplies, that was a quest.
No,
He
that-
It was a quest
quest-
that
was
he
a
failed.
that was a scam.
No, I'm talking about what he did to us. He was questing.
Yeah.
No, he was
Yeah.
scamming,
Scamming. Which
Well,
could be a
what's the
quest.
difference?
which could be a quest.
Yeah, but he failed that.
Okay, it all comes back to questing.
It does.
I mean, when you really break it down, everything is a quest.
Yes.
So that if everything is a quest, then wouldn't that make everything not a quest? Because aren't quests supposed to be special?
Well, no,
No.
some of them are just bigger than others. You know,
So
like
why get
some
a
days
fancy
you're.
name for it? It's just life if it's every day.
There's quests, and then there's on the side quests.
Yeah, like
which I just came up with. I
like
just came up with.
you know, sometimes you have a big quest and you gotta like go kill a dragon, and other times you're like on a quest to find a bathroom. You know,
Yeah. Which is equally.
which is
equally.
equally can be equally as dangerous.
Otherwise
I'm lost. I'm lost in the ideology that we have to even call it a quest. If what you're literally defining is that everyday life is a quest, why don't you just call it life? Why do you have to call it a quest? Why do you have to say, "Oh, I'm on a quest to go tie my shoes," instead of just saying, "I'm gonna tie my shoes"?
That's the fun
just
part
seems
about
a little-
quests.
It just seems a little unnecessary and monotonous after a while.
Silas, I think you'll come around to the idea after a while.
I'm
He doesn't
not
get
so
it yet,
sure.
Xeno.
He doesn't.
But
get
he
it.
will.
It's because he hasn't really experienced a quest yet. And I'll pat you on the back
Let's-
and kind of walk past you towards the factory.
He'll get there. Let's get back to our quest.
Yeah, we'll give him time. Think it over.
he'll
Don't
figure it out. He'll
overthink
figure
it,
it out.
though.
But
Going on a quest.
All right.
speaking of quests,
Yes.
if you're listening to this, your quest should be to like and subscribe
Yes.
and
Subscribe.
comment down below any random rants that you've ever gone on during a
Yep. And what
campaign.
and what your favorite
And-
quest has been.
Yeah, we'd love to hear those. So that is
By
your quest.
We mean daily activity that has no special meaning.
Because when you
Has
break it down,
Absolutely no special
Or very special meaning.
meaning.
yeah, when you break it
Up to
down,
you.
everything's a quest.
Yeah. So your life is an adventure. Live it.
Yeah.
Shane.
Sorry, Tyson.
No, you're.
It's always a quest with PG-DND.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Either
think
way.
we'll go back to the factory.
Okay. So you all make your way back to the factory. Do you take the rope and the bucket with you?
Yep, absolutely. I put it in the bag of
Do you want to
holding.
like stick it up in your room while you're there, or?
I'll put it in the bag
or-
of holding.
Okay, perfect. Okay. And you make your way up to the factory. And you see kind of the same scene that you saw before. This broken down factory with Durst Milling Company written on the side. Let me pull it up real quick for you.
We plan on spiffing up the factory, turn it into a base. Or what?
I
Duh.
kind of want to.
Yeah, absolutely. we do.
Ah, zombies.
Yeah.
Ah,
Zombies.
Okay.
Deleted.
All right. They're gone. So you make your way up to the factory. And upon entering, you immediately notice that there are no bodies of zombies. There is stains of where their bodies were, especially the one near the back, where Silas had his moment. But there are no other remains.
Are there any? I'd like to investigate. Are there any like drag marks from where the bodies were?
Ooh.
There definitely are. As you look further, you can clearly see that there are drag marks.
Can we see any footprint? Can I see any footprints, like maybe from
Slowly fade off.
some blood? Sorry, did you hear me?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Are there any? Can I see any footprints from maybe like some blood left behind, where I could see if someone dragged them away, or if these zombies dragged themselves away?
Okay, go ahead and roll me on that one. Do an investigation for me.
Woof.
Oof. 3 plus. Does a 9 get me anything?
You can't necessarily make out any clear footprints of any kind, but you can see the drag marks for sure.
Okay.
Which direction are the drag marks going?
Towards the door that you just
Like-
entered in.
Oh, okay. Is it just me, or were there supposed to be bodies in here?
There was absolutely supposed to be bodies.
Seems a bit strange. Someone would come and collect them.
Well, I mean, we don't know if someone collected them, but they definitely were moved. I.e., the drag marks on the ground. As
Well,
I
yeah,
point out.
but what would any person have reason to move them?
I don't
They
know.
are zombies. I don't know if
Maybe they
can,
moved themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
One
trying
of
to
them
get
was
at.
nothing more than mush. I don't
True.
know if
Well, I did see that
could move by itself.
that creature back there, and I'll motion towards the back. Like, it was back in this area, right, Tyson? Below the stairs?
No, it
above the
was
stairs.
above the stairs. And as you
Oh.
kind of look back here, you see, which is similar to like factories where they have the base floor where most of the work gets done, and then they kind of have an up floor, and there's a door in the middle that's glass. It has like a glass, very not opaque glass that has something written on the door up here.
That's where you saw it, up there?
Yes. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pull out my Ouija board, and I'm gonna once again use Tales from Beyond.
Okay.
And just for like a visual, I think it's would be really cool if like every time I do it, the little circle just starts going crazy and spelling out the tale. I'm not
Okay.
gonna describe
Yeah.
that every time, but that's the visual.
That's cool.
Sweet. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready to investigate?
Are we taking this thing alive, or are we killing it?
I think that's more up to it than us.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't have a desire to kill it. I would like to try to find a way to help it, but if it's beyond helping, then
Yeah, what if it's another zombie?
we kill it.
Definitely.
All right.
kill it.
I mean, it's in our house. This is our place.
It's our castle.
That's right.
This is officially an eviction notice.
Your domicile. It's all right. All right, let's go then.
Let's do it. As I start to get towards the top of the stairs, I'm gonna... Killian, why don't you go first? I feel like you're the tankiest of us all.
Thank you.
After
Been working out.
I can tell, after our last fight with these zombies, I think we should really try to work on our tactics a little better. Play off each other's strengths, you know.
Okay.
So
You
I'll,
open the door, I shoot.
I like it.
and I'll be back here for support.
And I draw both of my revolvers.
Okay. And you see written on this foggy window, floor manager is kind of faded on the glass. Do you open the door?
I do.
Okay. The door creaks open, and you see what appears to be an office space. A large desk sits at the back of the room, with a small coat rack lying on the floor beside it. Old moldy papers are scattered around on the floor, and standing in the corner is a large, rotted corpse. His skin is covered in huge yellow boils. Its back is hunched over and appears to be inflated with yellow ooze. It turns and it looks at you with anger in its eyes. So let me pull up that map real quick.
We need
I do
tokens.
not have a token.
Yeah. I'll
Boss
get it.
battle.
You think so?
Glad we got a long rest in between. Jeez.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to mention it last time when I noticed it. I was like, we're definitely not. Oh my
So-
gosh.
We're not in the room though.
Yes, you're not in the room. Like I said, this was one of the first maps that I made, so it is not as smooth as the other ones. So this is a completely separate map. So we'll just do a lot of theater of mind. This will help us out, but we can just kind of describe
Does-
things.
Does it have? It doesn't have a weapon. Is it holding something?
No, it does not. That's
Okay.
just the token.
All right.
So should I start the
Um,
combat music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
go ahead
gonna
and
fire. This guy's
Yeah.
dead.
roll for initiative.
Ugh. Wah, wah, wah.
It's just let's see.
Do we get a surprise round like last time since it was like open and shoot?
Surprise.
No, not on this one.
Okay.
This one's a little bit more intelligent than those ones.
It heard us coming.
Yeah, it did.
Should've been
Nice. This is a
stealthy.
good order. This is perfect. Killian, Silas. Well, what's your plus, Silas?
That's with my plus.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always
Same for you,
add my
Killian?
plus when I roll.
What did you say, Tyson?
As those are your initiatives? 11, 6, and 8?
Mine's 12.
Yeah, mine's 7 total.
12? Okay.
I'll start trying to add in the plus.
At
That'll
the
be-
bottom, yeah.
that'll
when
be
you roll your
helpful.
dice, you can add the modifier before you roll it.
Okay, let's.
That
I'll try
way
to start
everybody
doing
can
that.
see what you get.
Perfect.
That'll be helpful for Tyson too, so he doesn't have to ask us.
Yes. Okay. Where is everyone located? So none of you are in. Killian's standing by the door. Silas is behind. Xeno's off to the other side, correct?
Yep.
I've got my back to the banister.
I'm on the
Yeah,
right side of the
looking into
stairs.
Okay. So this thing's gonna it goes first.
Oh my gosh.
So it's gonna kind of step forward kind of near the door, and it's going to release this green goop from its throat, and it's just gonna radiate this yellow musky gas. So if I could have everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a poison or acid?
It is.
Which one?
So
I get
So-
it.
yeah, if anyone gets advantage or is immune to poison
I have-
damage.
Advantage on saving throws for disease and poison.
14 for me.
Okay.
Whoops.
Oh, sorry, I was reading up on something. Okay. So great.
I got a
5.
21.
Okay. And what'd you get, Killian?
I got a 5. As a reaction, though, I would like to cast Absorb Elements.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
So,
Yeah,
let
read
me
that to
see.
me.
So this is how the spell works. The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you, storing it for your next melee attack.
Oh.
You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra d6 of damage of the triggering type, and the spell ends.
Okay. So you don't have to roll anything for that. You just take.
Yeah,
Less
that's all it
damage.
says. It does,
Okay.
yeah, it just says I take less maybe half. Does that sound fair? I mean, because
Well,
it just
does
says
it-
less.
It just says less. It doesn't.
It
give
just
a
says lessen.
specific-
Yeah, this says the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you,
Yeah,
and storing it for your next melee attack.
It says later that you have resistance to it, so it would be half.
Okay.
That makes sense. Resistance to the triggering damage type. Yep, that makes sense. So it's half, right?
Because the first sentence in those spells are always describing what the spell and not giving the
Yeah.
actual mechanics.
Yeah, you have resistance to the triggering damage upon the start of your next turn.
Mhm.
Until or upon.
Until.
I thought it was
Oh.
until.
Until.
it's
Oh,
like
you're right.
Until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
And then I can do the way this looks is Killian reaches his hand out as this like gaseous spray comes out at him, and one of the runes on the palm of his gauntlet lights up in purple, and you see like a bunch of this like poison gas starts to be sucked into it magically right into the palm, and then his gauntlet begins to glow a green color.
Sick.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Okay. So all of you just get half damage, which is 11. So you all take 11 poison damage.
What's half of 11?
So it was 21.
So
So it was 21. You take 11.
He has resistance.
Did I pass? I rolled a 21.
Yes.
And then I also have resistance.
So he
Okay.
takes
So
a
yeah, you would
quarter.
take
5?
6
6?
because it's rounded up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Resistance to poison damage, right there.
Really need
Okay.
some healing spells.
Yep.
Okay. And then it is Killian's turn.
All right. Okay. As this thing approaches, Killian's gonna wind up his fist, go in for a punch, uppercut, right to the chin, with his gauntlet. Let's see. Oh, dude, what's up with these rolls, man? Do you know what I get to add to my weapon attacks, Tyson? Do I get to add my intelligence? I'm
I
so
think
sorry. I'm
with
so,
your
I'm so new to
gauntlet-
playing an artificer.
Well, I think with your gauntlet you can. I can't remember
I
because it
believe
is
I can.
specific to your.
It's just to attack. I'm pretty sure I get
Yeah.
to my intelligence. Crap.
Because it's not to attack in general. Like if you were to use a sword, you still have to do your strength. But
But if
Yes.
it has to do with
Yours,
your armor or infusions or anything like that.
Yes. Then I think
Exactly.
you are able to add it.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
So it's proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier plus your
+5, whatever
yeah,
you roll.
plus
Yeah.
5.
So what's the total?
Does a 11 hit?
It does.
Probably.
11
Really?
hits.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness. Otherwise, this would not have counted. Like my spell would have just been. I got resistance to a spell.
Well, yeah, we
Uh,
would have. It sucked a lot of damage from going
True,
away.
that's true.
Going
It-
at you. So,
Honestly, that really is true though. Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll for some. Shoot. Disregard this roll. I don't know why I always press the wrong button.
12 damage.
Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Let's see some high numbers. 4 and a 2. Oh, nice. Big boy numbers here. It takes 6 damage.
hey, and how
And
much
wait,
of
the
that
way it looks-
damage is poison?
It was the D6, which was 2.
Which was 2.
Yeah.
So 2 damage. So
Okay,
I guess he just
so-
takes. So it's 5.
Yeah.
That's the thing about absorb elements that never made sense to me. I guess you
Is
could
that-
always hit somebody else,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
Good.
yeah.
but
And
he's
also
the
like
only guy. so-
spellcasters often
Yeah, they don't
aren't
have
resistant
resistance
to
to-
their own spells, right? So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
if
Just when
like
it comes to monsters, you know.
yeah.
But
Um,
again,
but anyway.
it saved you like 10 damage. So
Yeah. But yeah, no. When I go to uppercut this thing, big poison spray comes out and a green flashing light mixed with purple.
sweet. All right, Silas.
Upon seeing this massive one in here, when the door opens and kind of like while, I'm just describing this as a free action because you can stow weapons and draw weapons as free actions. And sort of while he's engaging with Killian in front of me, I'm gonna holster my revolvers and whip under my arm my lever action at hip level and pop off a shot. I'm a one-trick pony, but I can do it twice. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna do my action surge, and I'm just gonna shoot him twice with my lever action, and I'm
Okay.
gonna violet shot both of them because
Okay.
massive damage if I can.
Sounds good.
So this will be for the first shot with my lever action. Oh, so close.
There we go.
Okay.
Um,
This is for my second shot. My lever. Oh, that's just a 6. Let me actually click the D20. Another.
Dang.
Okay. So a 25 and a 19. Do both of those hit?
they both hit.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 D12 plus 8 because it's plus 4 twice.
There we go.
Okay. 36 damage.
There we go.
Nice, dude.
Jeez.
The first shot is at the hip because I was just trying to get it out fast, right? And it kind of lands in the abdomen of him, not in the center, but kind of at the side because it was a quick shot. And then as I rack my lever, I shoulder it and aim for his like upper chest / neck and fire another shot.
Okay. And this thing, it boom, boom, and it kind of staggers back a little bit, looking definitely very wounded. You
Nice.
see that through these wounds, it's just leaking this yellow ichor.
And that,
Killian
my
yells at him,
friends-
"Don't get its blood on you."
Noted. And that, my friends, is all the cool stuff Silas can do for the next until we take a short rest. All right.
We might need one
Silas-
pretty soon here.
Silas will stay where he's at, kind of leaving space enough for Xeno to come in if he wants to, but also
Okay.
staying far enough away just to get these shots off.
Perfect. Okay. Xeno.
Okay, I am going to peer my head in the doorway. I am going to cast Hex on this big monster. If I choose Strength for its disadvantage on ability checks, like I can choose one ability. If I did Strength, would it have disadvantage on all of its melee attacks? Is that how that works?
I
Or
would
ability checks, or
think
is that
so.
like
According to the rules, ability checks
yeah, because it says
include
also choose one
attacks.
ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made within the chosen ability.
It's like when players take exhaustion, and the first level of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks. That also includes attacking, technically.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay, so
does.
I'm gonna give him
Nice.
disadvantage on strength checks,
Okay.
and then I am going to cast vicious mockery on him. So that's a wisdom saving throw. I believe
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
14
Oh,
is
nice.
my DC. And we're playing that I can use my hex, even though it says attack. Are we doing it that I can use spells? Because technically hex is only a melee. Technically.
Oh. Yeah. You could. Yeah.
As
If it
lo-
gets out of hand, I'll say something. But I'm cool with it.
Okay, I mean it's literally only a 1d6.
Hey, but that ups your D4 to a D4
But that
plus
helps.
a D6.
Exactly. Like I already don't do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You got an axe.
Yeah, with a -1 to my damage. So that's 7 points of damage. And that is my turn. I'm not going in that room.
What do you say? What's the mockery?
You're being evicted.
That's the mockery.
You're behind on rent.
I can't think of anything clever. I'm
Vacate
I'm tired.
premises promptly.
Squatters' rights do not apply.
Okay. And yeah, this you see as these. What do they look like? Are they like blasts of energy, or what does this magic look like?
The hex looks like goopy tar that just gets slopped all over him. And then the vicious mockery, I'm gonna have it just be like everything that Silas and Killian were saying. And it's like my voice and then their voice chiming in, and just it's all about being evicted and that rent's due and squatters' rights don't apply and all that.
Hey.
I'm saying a man's home is his castle.
That's right.
And this is ours.
So you
He
see
can
as
defend it
this
with lethal force.
this black ichor sticks on this thing, it kind of grabs its head as it's confused and again more staggered. And then it's gonna go to slam Killian. Now with vicious mockery, it is also disadvantage.
Yeah.
So
But disadvantage and advantage don't stack, so it's just disadvantage.
okay,
Either way, he
Perfect.
just has disadvantage.
disadvantage, and he's gonna try to slam. Oh boy.
Oh, don't say that.
Okay.
Nat 20s.
Dude, I know I'm like the tank of the group. I am not tanky.
You're
I know, I
a
think I have the
guardian
most hit points out
artificer.
of everybody. And,
You have the most hit points
and I
and the same AC as me.
and the same AC, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay way back and just shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it goes to slam with one of its fists, but as it lifts it up, it kind of sticks to its shoulder, and this goop stretches, and he can't quite get it, and you're able to easily miss. But with the other one, he breaks this goop and is able to slam right down on you, and he deals 10 damage with this big fist.
Don't give us a number, but how's Killian looking?
He's looking.
He's looking
What's your max?
bloodied.
What's your max HP?
My max HP right now is 28.
So like on a scale from 1 to 28, where do you think you fall?
No, I don't want numerical values. I like the suspense of not actually knowing.
I'm just kidding. Scale of 1 to 28. All right, it is Killian's turn, however.
Okay. With the absorb elements, have I lost the
Yes.
Yeah, because it's just once. First time you hit. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just wanted to double check. Okay, now I'm just gonna go for another. Just gonna go for another blow, with my gauntlets.
Okay.
Does a. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it hits.
22, I think.
Yeah, for sure hits.
All right, let's hope I actually do some kind of damage here. I can't stand that I don't have like a modifier that I can add to my damage rolls. Ooh, 7 damage. Yeah, buddy.
Okay. And this thing's looking pretty worse for wear. As you slam into this thing.
We're gonna go for a gut shot. Right to the gut.
Yeah, and it staggers again.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you do have. I'm pretty sure you can add your intelligence modifier to
Yeah.
your attack.
Are you to my attack damage?
Yes,
To
to the
damage or
attack
to
and the
attack?
damage rolls.
Makes sense.
I came into a forum that was like talking about that. It says
didn't see that
you add your
anywhere. I must have
intelligence
skipped over
modifier
that.
or strength if you prefer.
I mean, it makes sense. I
This is
just
for the
didn't see
armor.
it anywhere.
Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the
armor.
gauntlets,
Yes,
right?
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Oh, I
thunder
must have missed it.
Thunder
Okay.
gauntlets, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the Thunder Gauntlets. Thank you for checking that in on that for me. I don't know how I missed that, but anyway. Yeah, so it actually takes 11 damage.
Very
Okay.
nice.
And don't forget to add your modifiers down there at the bottom so Tyson can see what you roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will do that now that I know about it.
Okay. It looks 4 more points of health worse for wear than it did before.
Ooh.
All right, Silas, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
Must have resistances or
no.
something. And you just got him back.
Roll that
Yes.
Misfire.
misfire.
Hey, you know what I missed?
No, it just jams. The gun just jams.
Oh, it just
I don't have
jams?
to roll. Yeah.
Oh,
I miss
Yeah.
Felix's wild magic.
I know.
yeah.
True.
The gun cycles, but the Silas pulls the trigger and the hammer flies forward, and then the gun doesn't go off. Silas goes, "Whoa!"
All right.
And
Is that all you're
that's
gonna
the end
do?
of Silas's turn. Yeah.
Okay. No bonus action attack.
I am not dual wielding currently, so I can't.
Okay. Okay.
Because the rifle is double-handed.
Then Xeno, it is your turn.
Okay, I am. Going to use dissonant whispers on this guy. So that is a wisdom saving throw again.
Nice.
14.
Ooh, and it barely fails.
Nice.
Yes.
And I get to add my hex to this.
Yep.
Nice.
So 12 points of damage.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
And do I want to do anything else? Can I do anything else?
You actually, how would you like to kill it?
No way.
Nice.
I want, since Dissonant Whispers takes place all on its head, I want it to just start hearing all these screams and all these cries as my hex goop starts to seep into its eyes and it begins to kind of disappear from the rest of its body, and for this creature to reach up to its head and for the inside of its head to just start to swell and then just split open and die.
Okay. And it just slumps immediately to the ground.
That was fantastic. We did so good.
Much better than the first time.
Much better. I feel like we worked together way more efficiently.
Yeah, I think that Morning Lord showing some mercy on us or something.
It must be.
Now you're getting it.
So what does this mean? Quest completed?
Well, it means
Yes,
that
this quest.
all
The
of
quest for killing this monster.
all of the residents have been evicted. So yes, quest completed.
Eviction quest.
We now have a home.
Complete.
But
Quick, Gillian, take the sample before the thing dies too much
ooh,
more than
yes,
it already is.
get some of that
Yes,
boil.
I was actually planning on. Yeah, actually, can I get some of its blood? Can I take some of its yellow blood, put it in a little chemical in a vial? Would that be sufficient?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'd rather actually no. We're gonna get gross with it, man. I'm gonna go grab one of the boils, put a little slit in it, squeeze the boil juice into the.
Yeah, and you're
Silas
able
starts
to.
drive heaving.
You have to get it
Silas
right
starts-
from the source, boys.
Silas
Good
starts
call.
dry
Good
heaving.
call.
I don't even know how
It's-
I can.
Purely academic, Silas. I can assure you.
I don't.
That and Xeno looked like he wanted to see it happen. so
There,
I'm
I
just
did.
delivering.
I did very much.
Yeah, I know.
Where did the other zombie bodies go, though? That's a little unsettling to me.
You think maybe this thing moved them out of the way?
I think this thing's been stuck in here since who knows how long.
I don't think
Fair.
that. I don't think it had much of an intelligence to do that sort of thing.
Is it? It's really massive, right? Like, how big was this creature?
So it, as you kind of look at it, you see that it was actually the size of a human, but it was inflated to be much larger.
Interesting.
With all of this goop, the swells on it are huge, so it appears to be much bigger than a human, but it was a human.
Is there any distinguishable characteristics? Like, is it recognizable in any sort of way? Not like, have I seen it before, but could it be identified of who it was?
I mean,
Go
his
ahead
head
and
is split open. So
Yeah, I was like, yeah, his head's kind of gone. Yeah, and you don't see, there's no sort of like tattoo or ring or anything
he doesn't
on
have
his
like a
person.
Wonder
That,
if-
time
wonder-
punch
I
card.
wonder if they have dental records here.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's a dentist?
Well, I'm gonna make my way to this table and open up this book. What is this book?
okay.
The golden plates.
Yes, that is what it is. No, it's kind of just a waterlogged business journal. Most of the ink is run dry, but you can kind of make out a few things of kind of just day-to-day business. You do, however, one of the things that is still there, on some of the pages, there is a old wax seal, and in the wax seal there is a windmill, a golden windmill that you would recognize as the Durst's wax seal.
Yeah. I would like to use my Tale from Beyond on myself, and I want to start looking around this room and just searching for anything of value, maybe even in the whole factory, as much of the factory as I could really thoroughly search.
Killian, Silas, would you give me a hand in searching for anything of value?
Anything in particular?
Not really. Maybe hidden spots or stuff hidden in floorboards, a safe. Things that might be kept in a business.
Sure.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage. Nice.
Oh, baby.
Wait.
Wow.
Well, I don't know what those were.
Jeez.
What was the
Yeah.
highest?
It
Oh,
was
wait.
19. So it would be 19 plus 4 plus, what was the D6?
I don't know what the D6 was. I'm just going to re-roll because I accidentally hit D20 twice.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, just hit the advantage
And I don't know what it was.
next to the roll button.
Yeah, I forgot to...
Yeah, I saw that in the chat and it adds it up to 39.
Yeah,
I was like,
as soon as
how do
I-
you have a
I know.
39?
As soon as I rolled it, I was like, oh crap, I messed up. That's why I wasn't even looking at my screen.
There you go.
Oh, plus the D6. 25. Oh my gosh.
Okay, man, that's a great like thing
I know.
to just be able to roll.
For like 10
That's
minutes,
awesome.
even in like a fight too, like, well, I guess it's ability checks. No, it just says intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check. But that's not a saving
anything
throw.
but not a save, but
Not a save.
an ability check.
Okay.
That's awesome. So yeah, you kind of all three kind of go around this entire place. You find there's a lot of old, worn out pieces of paper and books and things like that that are unusable by any means. You find a small silver ring with a green gem on it in the desk. You also find kind of a that one of the desk drawers is essentially a safe that's very, very rusted, and you can easily kind of pry it open. and in there is a bag, again a worn bag, with 150 gold pieces in it.
Nice.
Most things in the factory itself are either beyond use or broken. There's not much that hasn't been previously like looted or just not usable in this place, though.
Okay, I'll distribute the gold.
Okay.
So everybody can add 50.
Okay. What did this factory make? Can we tell?
Yeah, you see kind of a big mill. And the company is called Durst Milling Company, but you believe that this was once some kind of a bread factory. So maybe it wasn't necessarily a mill, you know, as a windmill would be, but this is where the mill would be turned into bread and other sort of food.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did first, while we're looking, Silas is also looking for a barrel.
Barrel?
Not a big barrel, like not like a regular sized barrel, but like a smaller one, like maybe, I don't know, a foot tall by 9 inches around, give or take a little bit. Intact enough to hold stuff.
What would you what are you wanting to hold with this?
I was wondering if there's any extra black powder from me making my bullets.
I'm gonna say that you don't have any extras. Basically, you bought enough to make your ammunition. But I mean, have 2,000 gold from that the store.
No, right.
Go ahead and roll me just a pure luck check, honestly.
Okay.
To see if it's in good enough condition to
8.
hold something as thin as powder. Yeah, everything's pretty broken, and the wood is warped, so there's like big holes.
Okay.
You do find a small barrel that you're looking for, if you would like to take it and some further modify it, but in its current state, it cannot do what you're looking for.
Okay. I just don't know, once we leave this town, which I'm figuring we will, I'm not sure if other places will sell what I need in order to continue to make my ammunition. So I want a longer term solution to storage.
We can definitely get you enough supplies that you won't have to worry for a while. I'm okay to use a good chunk of that gold for that. Those weapons you carry seem immensely effective.
Yeah, when they work right, as I kind of like go over my lever action that did not work. Are we taking a short rest while we're kind of doing this? Actually, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Killian.
Yep.
How long will it take you to run your tests on those samples?
Could take about an hour, maybe more. It depends on what I find.
Well, I say we do it right now, right here, unless you need some sort of special equipment. But it seems like you kind of got what you need.
I have all the equipment I need. I was planning on doing the same. So
Cool. Well, why don't we camp out here for a minute? I'll see if I can't fix my gun while you run these tests.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do it.
And Xeno, would you like to kind of inspect this ring?
Yes,
that you found?
I was gonna check to see if I could maybe appraise it or see if it's magical in any way.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna have some rolling of the dice for all of you.
Okay.
Cool.
So
We're all possessed.
Mm-hmm.
no, of what you're of what you're trying to do right now. So
Yep.
Silas fixing his gun, checking the water and inspecting all that jazz.
Can I do two things?
Yes. What else?
Can I try and fix my gun, and then I want to pull out that black cloak and see if I can try and figure it out again?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do my gun first. One reason why the gun is dirty, is misfire, just because it is also dirty, let alone just the regular misfire score. I will not take the time to clean it right now, but I need to beat a 10 because the DC is 8 plus the misfire score. Right now it's 2, and I add my Tinker's tools and proficiency.
I will put before you roll, I'll put my hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stress it, you got this.
And I'll cast guidance on you.
Cool. So I can add a D4.
Yep, to whatever roll.
All right. 27.
Nice. 27 beats a 10.
I look at the gun and I go, huh, and I just click the safety to off.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. And let's do Xeno.
Okay.
So, as you kind of inspect this thing, go ahead and roll me an Arcana or Investigation. I'll let you decide.
Okay, they're the same.
Okay.
$27. Is that right?
Hey.
Nice.
No, 19. That was your 27.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
I was like,
So you find that this ring does hold magical properties, and it is a ring of poison resistance.
ooh.
Perfect. I love it. I'm gonna give it to Silas.
Just kidding.
It was a ring of what? Say that one more time.
Poison resistance.
I'm already resistant to poison, so.
Yeah.
And I do believe that it does require attunement.
Okay.
But I can double check on that. All right. Let's do Killian, then we'll circle back around to Silas again.
Perfect.
So describe what you're doing, Killian.
Okay, Killian is going to he's gonna go over to the big desk in the middle of the room and swipe all the things off the table, have a nice clean area, and he's gonna set up a couple of now I have alchemist tools, alchemist supplies. Would that include like a Bunsen burner?
Yeah,
Stuff
there's
like
it's
that.
like a little stand that you could build a fire inside of. That would-
right.
yeah.
I also just want to say, I love how you said, I make myself a clean space when you are conducting this experiment in the room where we left the dead monster.
Whatever. But just like
Maybe
a
he
clean
used
It's
word,
part of the
you know what I mean? Like
vegetation.
not
Cleaned it
not
up a
like
little.
not sanitary, clean,
No, it's
free
just
of
funny. You're like, I just want a
clutter.
clean space, and then
Clean
this
of debris.
rotting dead body just laying right next to the desk.
And I reach over and I kick the monster like just like a foot away. Like I just kind of nudge it away. Anyway, set up like this Bunsen burner, light a little fire underneath there, kind of give this I'll have you know what I mean, just do some alchemy stuff, you know, swirling of the water after it's been under this thing, look at it real close, casting a little bit of magic on it to detect what's going on in there.
And
As he's doing
Go ahead
this, I will say,
We're all counting on you, Killian. Don't mess it up.
and I will give you a bardic and guidance. So you can add a d6 and a d4.
nice.
Ooh, heck yeah.
Hey, go ahead and roll me your Arcana check. The tools.
Perfect. Okay.
Which do you get some sort of bonus or advantage for using tools? I forget.
I do not that I can think of.
Okay.
I mean maybe I do.
You
let's see.
choose, usually when you roll up a artificer, you choose like a set of tools that you're proficient in.
Okay.
I have a ton of tools. I'm not sure which tool set I'm proficient in. I probably would have chose like thieves' tools or tinker's tools. Let me see if I wrote it down somewhere. Nah, doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm just. What do I get to?
Proficient.
Yeah, I'm. You want me to add it as if I'm proficient?
Yeah, do intelligence and your proficiency bonus.
Perfect. And what did you say that I get to add, Connor? It was D6.
And a d4. Artificers are proficient with all tools.
All
What?
tools. Heck yeah.
Well, wait, hold on.
That's so cool.
I'm just a Swiss Army knife.
I think.
Maybe at a higher level.
Oh, you start off
Oh,
with
shoot.
3 tool proficiencies right at level 1.
Cool.
I rolled a 19. Wait, is that right? I really get to add all of that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeez. Dude, I got a 19 on the D20.
Yeah.
34. What do I get from this baby?
Hey.
Go gadget alchemy.
Yeah, where else?
I can tell
So-
he had a sandwich for lunch before he died.
Yeah, you get everything from this. You know without a shadow of a doubt that this same stuff that you got from the zombie is the same stuff that is infecting the water. You know that it's without a doubt from him or from this same goop, and that the water is infected. You also find that there are particles in the water that kind of were hard to see, but as you kind of look closer, there are small particles of what appear to be some sort of fleshy, organic type substance in the water that would maybe indicate that the water itself is contaminated by
Like zombie
a
flesh?
physical thing. Yes.
Mm. Would that sound about right? Like zombie, like maybe someone put zombie flesh in the water supply to poison it?
Yeah, with the 34, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Do I glean anything else?
Like how to cure it?
Yeah, is there a way, like, yeah, that would be interesting. Could I run a couple of little tests on how maybe, like, I don't know, how to get, like, resistance from this toxin or how to purge the toxin from the water?
Yeah.
Um,
You would know that. Do you have purify food and drink by
I do.
chance?
I
You
do.
do?
Yep.
Okay.
And I
You would
knew that
know
I
that,
could use this. Yeah.
yes, you know that that would cure the water, especially if you could take out the source itself. So if there is a zombie down there or some kind of thing that is radiating this disease, if you were to take that out and cast purify food and water,
Mm-hmm.
that this would cure the water itself.
Yeah.
You don't know necessarily if there is a cure for the disease, though.
Gotcha.
Yikes.
Okay. Perfect. I'll jot something. Killian has a little notebook that he keeps all of these notes in. Jots them down with a few pictures of what the pathogen looks like and kind of like the particles that he sees within the test tubes, and he takes both the test tubes and keeps them.
Okay. Okay. Silas.
While he's up there doing this, because my gun was so easy to fix, I kind of sitting there and not really doing anything for a minute, and then I remember I have this dark cloak, which has some sort of magic, which I know not what it is, but I pull it out and I take the same advice that Felix did before, and I'm just trying to like feel the vibes with it.
Cloak vibes.
Yeah. As I'm trying to attune to it mechanically, but I don't know what that means, so.
Yeah, so essentially you're attuning to it is what we're
Cool.
going with, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and remind me, this was the cloak that you found in the Durst Manor in Elizabeth's room or whatever,
Yes.
down in the basement, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So as you kind of sit there and you try to do what Felix said, you feel this tug coming from it. And at the end of this time, you feel almost connected to this cloak. And you feel empowered by this cloak. And it is a cloak of protection. So you
Cool.
receive a +1 to, if I'm remembering this correctly, all saves, and a +1 to your AC. And I believe it does also require attunement.
Man, that would be so good for a tank.
Jeez.
I was actually going to give it to you,
Probably would be best to give it to you, Xeno.
Why? I'm fine. I have an 11 AC. The shell is basically leather armor.
Hey, you can retreat into your shell for a bonus, right?
No, it's not a turtle shell. Like, I'm being dead serious. It's literally like aesthetic. It's leather armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. I thought the race you could be anything, and anyway.
Oh, you
We still
thought
have
it
not figured out what Xeno is.
was-
So
You've
in
gotten
game we
fairly
haven't.
close.
In game we haven't, but Jefferson guessed, and Connor confirmed.
Yep.
oh, I see. You
Yeah.
Get it from everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the know. I've been in the know for weeks.
I'm the only
That's-
one out of the know.
That's an after show kind of discussion.
That's true.
Yeah.
After. Oh, sorry.
No, you go for it. I was just saying, yeah.
After I tune to this, I make my way over to Xeno, and I have this cloak in my arms, and I say, I think you'd be better suited for this than me.
I'll trade you, and I'll hold up the ring. It's a ring of poison resistance.
Sure. I mean, I already think I'm pretty resistant against poison since
Oh,
there's not
yeah.
much to poison here.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
yeah, why don't you give that ring to Killian there?
Killian, would you like it?
Yeah, sure.
Here you are.
I don't mind not being poisoned. That sounds great.
Knowing the time period of when we found this cloak and kind of what Felix has said to Silas about it.
Thank you, Silas, for this. You really are a good friend.
Sure thing, amigo.
I don't know what amigo means, but it sounds good.
And I'll throw the cloak on.
It
Okay.
means friend.
Oh, that's cute.
I give Silas a big hug. And I'll whisper in his ear.
I knew you'd come around.
As you're giving me a hug, I've been forgetting to do this, but it needs to happen.
I start blasting.
No. Hold on.
He's a germophobic, and
Oh.
he
Yeah.
just hates people touching him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You take. It should have been happening the whole time, but I've been forgetting because we've been.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
You take 8 necrotic damage,
I'm gonna pull back.
Why did you do
and
that?
I'm gonna. What? How did I do what? And narratively, I'm gonna say that you just held me a little too long this time.
Not just
You
like a
touched me
quick
before.
touch.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like a quick touch is fine, but like if it's prolonged, longer than several seconds, because mechanically I think I have to be grappled for a turn, right? Or I have to grapple somebody or touch somebody as an action. So anyway, sorry. What? What do you mean? Do what?
That was the most painful hug I've ever had. I don't think you did it intentionally.
Are you sure, Silas? You sure Silas was doing it right?
Yes, it
I don't think
physically
he has.
it physically hurt me.
I don't
when
think he has much experience in hugs. Could be doing it wrong.
Is that
That's all I'm
new?
saying.
Is that new to you? Has that ever happened before?
I'm kind of like thinking. There's one time when I grabbed Felix's arm. Can't remember quite when, but the context of it. But I remember he said something hurt then too, and I didn't think I grabbed him hard. It wasn't.
I don't think it was so much about you grabbing me hard as I was the one hugging you. But something hurt me.
Yeah, I don't know.
You almost sent me unconscious, dude.
I'm sorry.
If it would have been me, I would have been unconscious.
Well, good thing he hates you.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Killian came up and hugged me and then just dropped dead?
That would be so funny.
Never again.
I don't
Then
know.
rolls like 2 negatives or 2 ones,
Two ones.
and his death saves and just dies.
I swear that wasn't on purpose. I swear.
I don't know what it is, but I'm willing to explore it and figure it out. So at least you'll know the limitations of it, and
Oh, okay.
please.
Sure.
It's a play date then. Friend.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Is there anything else that anyone would like to do? Would you like to roll some hit dice or anything before we continue on?
Yeah, we should
Yeah, I'll roll a
definitely
hit
take a
dice.
short rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll some hit dice.
Okay.
Don't forget to add your constitution, boys.
Yes.
For every roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gain all mine back.
Six. I'm gonna roll my last one.
And
11.
we're level 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
The last 3 times we've played, I thought we were level 4. And so in my brain, I'm getting so excited to get 2 attacks. So I could do my one trick twice. But nope, not yet.
Not yet. We chose to be level 3 earlier,
And
knowing
longer.
that it would be longer than
Which is
leveling
fine.
up
No,
quickly.
it's great. Yeah, I'm not complaining or asking to level up. I was just
Yeah, no.
clarifying because I genuinely thought we were on 4 for a while. My stats are not. I promise they're what they were when
Yeah,
they
I
were
can-
3.
No,
but
you
I
can't
just
wait.
assumed we were on 4.
I can't wait for 4 so I can redo my spells.
Take some healing spells.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we get our hit die? The amount of hit dice, is it per our level? So if you're like
Mhm.
level
Yeah,
3, do we
you
get
get 3.
Oh,
Yep.
perfect. Okay, just want to double
And
check.
they reset after long rests.
All right. Where is it that you would like to go?
Healing, you said there's something that might be in this water, like something physical that might be causing this. I think if we go back to the well, go down in and take out whatever's down there, we should be able to fix the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it does look like so I found traces of zombie flesh in the water, which means that somebody has put some kind of zombie carcass, or possibly alive zombies in the well or wherever the water supply comes from, and that is actually what's making people sick. Some kind of pathogen or virus.
Let's go down there and figure it out, shall we?
Let's go fish it out. Off we go to the well.
Yeah, I'll follow Xeno down to the well.
Go into the well.
Okay. And as you make your way back into town, you quickly make your way to the well itself. And upon approaching the well, you actually smell the same smell, kind of faint, that you smelt up in the factory. That gross, rotted smell is coming from this well now.
Well, well, well.
Who's the
Oh my
strongest out of us?
I think we just found the episode title.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Well, well, well.
Oh, well,
right.
well, well.
Hey,
I can help it. I kind of look at I don't got much muscle on me. Kid, you look pretty tough.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little tough.
Would it be better to
yeah,
have
okay.
the strong person up here, though, to pull the body out? I mean, I could go tie a rope around it.
Yeah, but you're also the weakest by means of, yeah, you're Xeno. I mean no disrespect, but You're quite easy to hit, and you don't have much substance to you.
It's true. All right, Killian.
No, I agree with you, Xeno. I'll go down there.
Oh,
I'll tie the rope to whatever might be down there, and you and Killian can hoist it up.
sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. How would you like to go down? Are you tying a rope onto yourself and being lowered down? Or are you climbing down into this well?
I'll try and climb down.
Okay.
The well is
So
dried
as
up.
you begin climbing down into this well, you kind of reach a point where you notice that it widens. It opens up into some sort of a cavern. And so you will either need to drop
Okay.
and land in the water below, or roll to see if you can somehow scale the side as it slopes.
I think I'll
Outwards.
just drop in.
Okay.
I'll call up. Hey, it opens up quite big down here. Some sort of cistern. I'm dropping down.
Okay. And as you do so, you fall into the black darkness and you splash into the water. Now, not needing to breathe, you can just, Pirates of the Caribbean, walk to the shore or whatever you would wish to do.
How deep is the water?
It's fairly deep. It seems to kind of be some underground lake of some kind of small lake. So it's probably about 10, 15 feet deep where you're at.
I'm not gonna stay submerged. I'm gonna swim to the surface and then swim across and attempt to keep my guns as dry as possible.
Okay.
If it's all right with you, Tyson, I want to just roll a dice and then add that to my misfire base while my guns are wet.
My guns are wet.
Is
Yeah,
that okay?
that sounds perfect.
What dice should
Yep.
I roll? It's up. What?
Let's roll a d4.
3.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. And then you can
do you
determine
have-
how long they are before how long it goes.
Yeah, I would say honestly probably just the rest of the day.
Okay.
Would make
Can
sense
we just
to
have
me.
that 3 standard for if they're wet? Can I just put a plus for wet
Yeah.
on my paper and just leave that as the standard from now on?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. All right. Once I get to shore, I'm gonna pull out my hooded lantern from my bag of holding and light it.
Okay. I actually
Nice.
I'm Hey. Let me bring you in real quick.
Okay.
And then bring the view in so everyone else can see.
Whoa, it's huge.
Yes, it's very big.
Can you give me a
and-
light source of some size, some kind?
Bling.
Oh, there I am. I moved somebody else. Sorry. Might have been the monster.
No, it was probably the view.
Gotcha.
Can you get everyone can see this, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect. So immediately as you light up this lantern, you see several bodies that are floating in this water.
Ugh.
You see that 2 of them are bloated and seem as though they've been in here for quite some time. and you see 3 of them that seem fresh. And you recognize one of them has similar wounds to the ones that were in the factory. So you can assume that they were also dumped down here.
Interesting. I'm going to do a quick scan of the rest of the lake as much as I can to see if there's any other ones than just these ones right here.
Okay. You and yeah, you're able to kind of scan over and find them very quickly. It's actually fairly easy to see them now that you're in the cave.
Gotcha.
And there's the 3 that you guys fought yesterday, along with a couple random pieces of the one that you destroyed. And then there are the 2
Too bloated.
that are bloated.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If I would like to roll something, you determine what, obviously, but it seems Silas thinks that this many is kind of unwieldy to try and pull out of the well,
Mm-hmm.
and that it might be just easier to try and burn them here on the shore alongside the well. Would that take care of it, or do they need to be physically taken out of the well? Does that make sense?
That is actually a great idea. I'm just gonna say that that would totally work.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
So I'm going to just set my lantern on the shore. I'm going to wade out into the water and one by one drag these bodies onto the shore. Drag these bodies as far away from the lake as physically possible, just to try and avoid, any residue, remaining ashes or anything getting back into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will take out of my bag of holding a cask of oil used to refill the bullseye lantern. And give them a healthy douse. I'll just dump the whole thing over the pile of bodies. And then take out my matches and give her a light.
Okay. And despite these bodies being very wet and waterlogged, they actually light. And you watch as the flesh and their uniforms that say Durst Milling Company on them erupt into flame and begin to burn. Killian, how would you like to clean this water?
Can I do it from above the well,
What is
outside of the well?
Is it a ranged spell?
It probably not very.
I'm gonna say yeah, just because.
Yeah, it is a range. It says the range is 10 feet.
Yeah, just because you don't necessarily need to climb down in here. You can do it.
Gotcha.
Or would if he would cast it on a separate bit of water and dumped it in, would that have worked too?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Casting on some water and
then
essentially
dumping it
pouring
in.
the antidote into the, you know what I mean?
I like it. Yeah.
Because the water holds the particles.
I'm gonna grab. Can we say that the bucket that we had in there before just had a bucket of water, just had water in it or something?
Well, I probably, when we went down, hooked the bucket back up so that we had a way of hoisting the bodies during the original plan. So you can scoop some of the original water up, purify it, and then dump it back down.
Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I grab the bucket, pull it up with the water in there, and Killian. The way this looks, he waves his hand over. No, he doesn't. He takes his dagger out, and he takes the bucket and he carves a symbol a rune into the bucket, and it glows purple and goes. Oh, I hate that you can't do sound effects on Discord.
Yeah.
But it like pulses, womp womp womp, and then the water like just becomes clearer and cleaner, and has like this light purple tint to it. I pour it down into the well, and it spreads out onto the
Okay.
lake.
And Silas, you get a great view of this. You watch as this purple light almost kind of spreads throughout the water. And as it does so, the water is left clean and crystal clear, almost better than it was ever before. And as you sit with this bonfire behind you, you peer into this clean water, and you have a strong feeling that you did something good for this town. And that's where we're going to end this session tonight.
Very nice. Good session, guys.
Well.
Hey, well, thank you all for watching.
Purified water has been completed.
It is done. The water is clean. You can follow us on our socials below. If you like what we do and you want to support us, check out our Patreon. You can find the link below. And we will catch you next time. And as always, we love you.
Good night.
Bye. Go
Bye.
to the Pharaohs.